Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, then please do. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about going to Wales. So recently I went to Wales with my friend and her mum. So I'm going to be talking about the experience and then I'll be showing you what I got. So before I show you what I got, I'm going to tell you how me going to Wales happened. So I know some of you don't want to know the backstory, so if I remember, I'll put on the screen where you can skip to. So that's when I start talking about the stuff that I bought. So I'm going to talk about the backstory. So my friend, she went away from the 6th of August to the 22nd of August. I'm pretty sure that's right. So she went away for 2 weeks. During this time, one of the days she said to me that, oh, just letting you know, my mum wants to go camping when we come back. So I said, okay. At that time, I had no interest in going. I was just like, okay, they're going to go camping. And I know her mum wants to go camping because when she comes back, so she's going back to work on the first week of September. So she wants to go camping before she goes back to work. And the last time she wanted to go camping, she wasn't able to. So I know that her mum's been wanting to go camping again for a while. So I said, okay. And that was it. And then this is more closer to the time now. I'm asking her about, oh, where is she going? And she's telling me she's going to go to Wales. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's going to go to Wales. That's nice. I'm asking her all these questions. And I think at this time I still wasn't like, oh, can I go? I was just like, I don't know. So then I'm asking her these questions. And then she's telling me that, oh, when she goes to Wales, she would have to leave like 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning because it's far. But she doesn't know like what time exactly, because it's depending on what time they want you to arrive. So it's depending on check-in and all that. But she normally leaves early anyway because it is a long journey. So I said, okay, because I was saying this is around the time now that I'm saying to her that, oh, could I go? And she said, oh yeah, you can go, you can come. But she said to me that it is going to be a lot of walking. And this is one of the reasons why I was kind of like half and half if I should go, because I don't do a lot of walking and I just got recently diagnosed as having asthma, so I'm still used to having my pump, and I have an appointment soon when they want to do a checkup for me to see how it's going, me using my pump. This is my pump in case anybody wants to. So this is my inhaler that I use. So yeah, the lid is off right now because I used it not long ago, but so yeah, so I normally take the thing off and then yeah. So it says on the bottle that you can use it up to 2 times a day, but if it needed more than that, then you use it more than that. But yeah, so I'm kind of like iffy about it. So on the way, so we went to Butlins. So this is from the 22nd to the 24th. We went to Butlins, and on the way there, my friend didn't go on the Friday because she was landing on the Friday, so she came on the Saturday. Her mum dropped her on the Saturday, and her mum stayed with us for a little bit, walked around, and then she went home. So on the Friday, we were talking about the camping, and I was saying that, oh, I'm kind of like iffy about the walking because they like going to towns and doing a lot of walking. And I was just like, oh, well, you can just take breaks, innit? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that is a good point. Because that's usually like when we go to Stratford and that, we take breaks. I sit down and we take breaks. So, oh, yeah, that is true. But this is more longer walks. Like, this is not just like Stratford where you can just sit down. This is like mostly walking. Like, yeah, they take breaks, they go to camps and that lot, but this is more walking. And to be honest, I think I did really well. I was tired, especially I think the Saturday I was the more tired, but I think that Saturday I didn't really sleep well, so that made me more tired because I got up like twice to go to the toilet. So, and with me, a lot of times when I try to go back to sleep, it's very hard for me. So that and the weekend didn't really help. So yeah, so I think that was the Saturday I was more tired. Sunday we actually did more walking, but I was more tired the Saturday, which is very interesting to me. But yeah, so then on I think it's the Saturday or the Sunday, when we're in Butlins, my friend showed me this picture of one of the campsites that my friend's mum was looking at. This is when we went bowling. So we went bowling. So yeah, me and my friend went bowling, and my older sister and my older sister's friend and her children and the cousin, picture of the cousin as well, because my older sister's friend also came to bowling as well. They went to a show, and me and my friend, we went bowling. Because they went bowling the night before, but because I was tired, I didn't go with them. I stayed in the apartment with my mum and my dad because I was tired, so I just mostly played my game. I played my Nintendo Switch. So yeah, so I said to my friend, oh, let's go bowling. So we ended up going bowling. And I said, okay. And then I think I asked her like just before we were going to bed about it. And then I didn't really mention it or bring it up again because I know that she didn't know what was happening because she kept telling me, oh, she doesn't know, someone hasn't said anything. So I didn't want to keep on bringing it up because I didn't want to annoy her, and we're enjoying our holiday, our time together, so I didn't want to keep on bringing it up. So this is the Monday now that we're going back to London. So I asked her what's going on, has your mum said anything, because she doesn't know. Her mum hasn't said anything to her. But she said to me that when she gets home, she'll talk to her mum about it. So I said, okay. And that was, so then this is later on now. So at this point, I kind of guessed that we wasn't going because the plan was that I was going to sleep at her house because I'm thinking we're going to go early, like 9-10 o'clock. So when we went to Scotland last time, I'm pretty sure I slept at her house. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep at her house. She hasn't said anything to me about it. She hasn't told me anything. She said she doesn't know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, this is not gonna happen. So I think we got home around like 4 o'clock-ish. Because when I was saying to my dad and my mum that about the camping, because they were like, oh, when you go in, and I'm like, it would be Tuesday. So I would have to come home, pack, and then basically I'm going back again. Because we passed her house before we drop her home before I go home. So my dad's like, oh, so you're basically going there and coming back? And I'm like, yeah, basically, but I have to come home and pack because some of the stuff that was in my suitcase I was planning to bring with me to the camping, but a lot of the stuff was like dirty, so I needed to be washed, and I needed to put new clothes and like put more pads in there. So yeah, so where else I going now? So yeah, so I can kind of tell it wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, okay, it's not going to happen. It's late. She hasn't said anything. It's not going to happen. I think it's like 7, 8 o'clock now. She hasn't said anything. It's not going to happen. Okay, I'm like, so I put it out my head. And my dad hasn't come to me and been like, oh, so what time are you leaving to go to your friend's house? To be honest, I think they forgot because I know like a lot of us, we were tired when we came home. So I think they forgot about the whole me supposed to be going camping situation. So now, this is Tuesday morning now, so this is about 10, 11 o'clock. My friend now tells me that, oh, her mum has booked the camping, saying that she booked it last night when my friend was sleeping, saying that they're going to go. And I'm like, oh, are you still going Tuesday? Like, are you still going today? Because remember, in my head, I'm thinking they're leaving 9, 10 o'clock. But she's like, oh, no, yes. I'm like, how's that going to still work if you're believing you'll be leaving now because the journey's already long? And she's like, oh, we're still going now. And then she told me that the check-in was like 4:30 to 8:30 or something like that. And her mum's going out, and then after that they will go. So she's like, oh, she's just packing now. And with me still going, I'm kind of like, do I still want to go? Do I not want to go? I don't know. Like, I want to go, but I'm half and half. And I said to her if she could pick me up 1 o'clock, because if I am going, I need time to pack. I hadn't ate, I hadn't had a shower, I hadn't done nothing. So I need that time to basically do everything. So she said, oh, 1 o'clock should be fine. So okay, so I do everything, I pack, blah 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 blah. I decide I'm gonna go, and then her mum comes to pick me up. So we make our way. The journey was like 4.5 hours, and we stopped at a service about almost 2 hours in, like almost 2 hours left of the journey. So for this campsite, I thought it was a caravan that we were staying in because my friend told me when I was staying in a tent this time. So I thought it was a caravan, but it wasn't a caravan. it was a pod, because when we got there and we basically went to it, I was like to my friend, what is this? And she's like, oh, it's a pod. I'm like, what's a pod? And then she started explaining to me what it is, and I'm like, oh, I thought we were staying in the caravan. And she's like, oh, no, because the caravans was very expensive, or it was booked up, and plus my friend said she doesn't like caravans because they're too like closed in. So I'm like, oh, okay, because to be honest with you, on the Tuesday, she did send me pictures of the one that her mum bought. So this is when she told me, oh, that her mum just bought it last night. She sent me a picture of it, but I wasn't like really looking, because at that time I was kind of annoyed that she said it just randomly. And her mum did apologise when we were in the car, saying, oh, like that she booked it last night. So she did apologise. So with this caravan, they have a kettle and they have like heating and stuff like that, but a lot of stuff you have to bring yourself. So like you have to bring the duvets yourself, a lot of things you have to bring yourself. So I bought the duvet blanket for myself, and I asked my friend to bring a pillow for me, so she bought a pillow, but I also bought a lot of other stuff. So yeah, a lot of the stuff I ended up bringing. There's two things that I bought that we didn't end up using, and that's the hand wash, because they have like these own bathrooms. I'm trying to get the pictures up here, guys, but I have not synced this phone since like May, say now. So because I don't really use this phone anymore, so and that's going to take a while to sync now. So I'm probably just going to talk about it and put pictures on the screen. I mean, I'll put pictures on the screen anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So the bathroom, they have like bathrooms that you have to basically like share. But let me tell you something about Wales. They're very clean. The bathroom is clean like very often, and it's very nice. And with the showers, you have to put 50p in it, because you only get 5 minutes, because they say that they want to make sure that everybody gets enough like time, and they don't go, because I know some people like very long showers, so they only give you like 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes goes really quick. Yeah, so, but yeah, the toilets were very clean, and this is not just when we went to the camp. This is like when we went to shops and that lot. A lot of the times they're very clean. I think it was only one time that we went to the town and the toilet was like very bad, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm a person who doesn't like public toilets, so yeah. So the fact that Wales is a very clean place makes me very happy, because I don't do that. So on a Saturday we went to a town. A lot of the towns in that lot, my friend and her mum would have to use the GPS. They've been Wales before, because I thought my friend only went once, but she's like, oh, they've been like 3 times. And my mum said she's been Wales before as well. So a lot of the times, like when we were going places, we had to use GPS. For example, like we would pass a Burger King, and then I would be like, oh, I want to go to Burger King. But on that day, at that time, this was like when we were going to the town, so we didn't get the Burger King then. So we got Burger King on the day before we left. We got Burger King, so I had to Google map it. But the one that they were giving me was to London, so that was funny. I'm like, why are you giving me a 4-hour one? Like, no, there's like 3 of them, but he kept on giving me the London one. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then my friend found one that was like 15 minutes away, which is the one that we passed on like the first or second day. I think it was the second day. We passed it, and that's the one that I was trying to Google map, but on mine it wasn't coming up. It was just kept on coming up, the 4-hour one. So yeah, we had Burger King on that day. On the Saturday we went to one of the shops, and this is when I got the first stuff for my family. So when it came to the shops, a lot of the times we would look in the window to see if we were interested, and I saw that they had like loads of magnets. So if I remember, I put the pictures of the magnets. And also while I was in camping, I was sending pictures to my family group chat. So when my sister saw the magnets, she got very happy. She's like, oh, I see lots of magnets. I'm like, yeah, I had a lot to choose from, but I think you'll be very happy. So this is the magnet that I got from my older sister. It says Wales on it and has a little dragon. The dragon is very cute. I really like the dragon. They had a lot of dragon merch. So next is coasters. So I got 3 coasters. So this one, and this one. So one I'm giving to my dad and 2 are for me. Next is, and I showed my older sister all these. One says special sister, and I'm giving this to my younger sister, and it wings, as you can hear. Next one, this one says I'm a princess, so that's for myself. And then this one says special mum, so that is for my mum. So yeah, that's those ones. This is Friday? Yeah, Friday. So I think it's a Thursday or Friday. Let me check. Yeah. So on the Friday. Okay. On the Tuesday, when we stopped at the service, they had a lot of the dragons, and that dragons they had was £8. So at that time, I didn't get it because my friend's like, oh, the dragons, you can get them anywhere. So I said, okay, I won't get it. So we went to loads of shops, and one of the shops, they sold it for £13, one was £18, and then me and my friend, we wanted to get it, and we're like, oh, we don't know if we're going to see it for £80 again. So we went to another shop, and they had the dragons, so they had the small one and the big one. I got the small one, and my friend got the small one as well. I think this was £10. Oh no, £8. So I think the small one was £8 and the big one was 13. So this, I don't remember which day it was. It might have been the Wednesday we got that. And then the other thing I got was this towel. I haven't opened it, but I got a towel because I like towels. So and then I got these, which I saw in like 4 shops. So I'm like, it's a sign. I have to get it. So I'm going to show you what I don't know if you can see, but this is a angel one. So she's from Lilo and Stitch. Then you got Bluey, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, and Paddington. So 3 of them I'm keeping, and 2 I'm not going to keep. My sister's like, oh, why didn't you get the Harry Potter one? I'm like, because I already got you the magnet. She's like, oh, but you could, I like Harry Potter. I'm like, yeah, but to be honest, at that time, she kept saying, oh, she wants magnets. So that's what I was focusing on. I wasn't really focusing on getting her one of these. Then this is Friday now. So this is the day that we came back to London. So we woke up, we had breakfast. I had toast. I had eggs toast, and I used ketchup. So we used the little ketchups from the Burger King. It was very nice. So usually on the other days I had cereal. So we had the little packets of cereal. But my friend was like to me, oh, do you want toast or do you want cereal? And I said, I'll have the egg toast because I had the cereal the last 2 days, so I'll have the egg toast. So we did that, and then we went to a town, and it had like a waterfall. It was very pretty. So we walked up the I don't know what it's called, but we walked up and then walked back down. And a lot of the people, when they were in the car, they were changing their shoes, and I understand why, because there's a lot of like climbing. So after that, my chest was hurting. So this is when I went in the cab. My chest started hurting, and so I took my pump, and I said to my friend, oh, my chest was hurting. And she said, oh, I'm sorry that your chest was hurting. And I said, it's fine, I'm good now. But so after that, we went home, because my friend was like, oh, should we go to another town or should we go home? There was another town that he wanted to go to that my friend went to in the past, but she said it's not open on Fridays. And it's not open on Mondays either. So it's not open Fridays, it's not open Mondays. So it's open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. so it's not open on Friday. So she said, oh, if she knew, she would have went yesterday, meaning Thursday, but we didn't know at that time. So yeah, so I said to my friend, oh, we should go home because it's already late, and in my head I'm thinking I'm coming home to put away my washed clothes because I didn't get time to put away my clothes from Butlins because I was going to put them away on that Tuesday, but one, they were still wet, and two, that's when my friend now telling me that, oh, she's going camping, when in my head I didn't think she was going anymore. So yeah, I didn't have time, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to come home, put away my clothes from Butlins, so unpack my clothes from camping. So I'm like, oh, I think we should just go home because it was really late. And to be honest, I'm glad that we did go home then, and my friend was as well because they were tired as well, and they had and not my grandma, sorry, my friend's grandma, she wasn't well, so she went to hospital because basically she had a lot of like back pain, so she had to go to hospital. And when we were going back, my friend's mum was like very nervous, because yeah, it was very upsetting, but yeah, she's good now. She's at home now and she's good. She's not in pain, but they gave her like medication to help it. But yeah, they did like tests and that lot. But yeah, so so we stopped at service like 2 hours in. So going back, this was like 5 hours, and because we went to the town, that made it an hour longer from going to London. So when we went to the camping, it was for 4 hours something. But because we went to the town, that adds an hour on to the journey. And there was a lot of traffic as well. So maybe like 5 hours 6 because of the traffic. So we stopped at a service like 2 hours in. My friend's like, oh, do you want to stop now or do you want to go to another one? And I said, we'll stop now. I said we'll stop now because I was kind of hungry. Normally we stop at a service because we're either hungry or we want to use the toilet. But I didn't really need the toilet, but I was kind of hungry, so I said we'll stop at service. So this service had Burger King, KFC, Starbucks, Subway. I got KFC because I already had Burger King, and I got my Subway drink, my Frappuccino, which was really nice. So they had WH Smith. And they also had Pandora, which you don't really see Pandora anymore. So I got this Stitch from this is number 1044. So this is him with the ukulele. So that's the front and that's the back. And as you can see it, I think that's the language of Wales. So yeah, so that's that. I was saying to my friend that I really want to get the Elvis one, so that's on my list. So that's that. And then you got this. I think his name is George. Yeah, so that's that. I got one. And I got one from my older sister. And my friend got one as well. So that's that. They also done the Funko Pop with him as well. If I remember, I'll put a picture up. But I didn't get it because I didn't really want the Funko Pop. I just wanted that. And then next is a pick of it. So they had loads of these, so I got this one. So I'm gonna give some to my older sister, so we're gonna share it. I did mostly get it for myself, but she's like, oh, why didn't you get me one? And the reason why is because a couple of weeks ago, my sister was saying to me that, oh, I'm like, my dentist, she was joking around, but she's like, oh, her dentist doesn't like me because a lot of times she asks me to buy her sweets when I go to Tesco. It's like, so like when we go to Tesco, so the reason why she said that is because a lot of times when she gets sweets, like she'll be like, oh, my dad, like you're encouraging me to eat sweets and it's not good for my teeth and da 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 da. So that's why I didn't want to get her it because of what she said. But she's like, but you should have gotten me one. Da, da, da. And I'm like, well, I didn't realize she was joking around with me when she said that. But yeah, because there's many times I even say to her, oh, like if we're going to the shop, I'll be like, oh, do you want your M&Ms, your sweets? She's like, I don't know, I'm cutting down and blah 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 blah. And sometimes she's joking, sometimes she's serious. So sometimes I can't tell which one it is. Like most of the time I can tell, but sometimes I can't tell. So I'll be like, okay, she's not having sweets. Alright then, that's fine, she's not having sweets. So I didn't get it for her. But it's fine, I'll share it with her. So that's fine. And I think that was, yeah. And that's the last thing I got from that one. But yeah, so we sat down, I had my drink, my Subway and my KFC. I got the popcorn chicken bucket and the chips, but I didn't finish the chips. My friend's mum finished the chips because I don't really like KFC chips. I think Burger King chips are the best. I know a lot of people don't like Burger King chips, but I think it's the best. McDonald's chips are okay, but I think Burger King chips are the best. But yeah, so that's what we got from that shop. But it was a really nice shop. So yeah, it was nice going to Toys R Us because I don't even see Toys R Us anymore. But yeah, so that's what we did. And then my friend's mum dropped me home when we arrived. And yeah, I just mostly chilled. I played the Nintendo Switch on I think it was when we were on that way back. Yeah, I played it for a little bit on the way back. And when I got home, I just unpacked and then I mostly just chilled in my bed. And yeah, so a lot of the times when we got to the camping, I just mostly either played my DS and my friend played her DS, or I was on my phone. So yeah, that's what we mostly just done. For the 2 days, I think this Friday and the Saturday. I think it's Friday and the Saturday. Not the Friday, sorry. The Tuesday and the Wednesday when we got home from to the camping, I had noodles. But then the Thursday I had Burger King. So yeah, that's what we ate. So yeah, but that is everything, guys. I don't think I've forgotten anything. If I have, I'm sorry. Oh, I was just thinking that, and that's what came to my head. So when we were at one of the towns, we were standing like under this hut thing because it was raining. So we were standing there while we were trying to look at where to go on the GPS. So my friend and her mum were looking at the GPS, like figuring out where we're gonna go, and we're basically standing at a fish and chip shop. So they were talking about, oh, they can smell the chips, and one of the guys, he starts like directing at me. I'm thinking he's going to say to me, or say to us, oh, we can't stand there. And I even said to my friend, oh, I think he's going to say that. That's what I said to her, like when we were sitting down. But instead, he starts talking about my Maverick jumper. And if you don't know what the Maverick is, that's my Logan Paul jumper. And he starts saying about it and saying, oh, that's Logan Paul's merch, isn't it? And she's like, yeah. So they were having a discussion about it, and he was talking about Logan Paul. Like, he used to do Vine, and it's a very, very, like, rare jumper now. Like, if you find that, good luck, because if you do find it, you might find it for, like, a lot of money now. But yes, I did used to be really into Logan Paul. I think he's okay now, but I used to, like, really be into him and Jake. But this is before the whole, like, Suicide Forest and Jake burning the houses and whatever, or setting fires, whatever he did. That was before then that I liked them, but now I think they're okay. I know that Logan Paul just got recently married, I know that, and I know he has a son or daughter, I don't remember which one, I think it's a daughter, but I know he recently got married, so that's good for him. But yeah, it was a nice 3 days away. The camping was very nice. So you basically, the chairs that can, when you go in the beds, there are chairs that can be folded into a bed. So that's what the king size one is. So it has a table in the middle, and then you fold it in, and it goes into a bed, which I thought was really cool. The bed was very comfortable. So I ended up getting the big one, which I was very happy about. And then my friend and her mum, she had the single ones, because when we were talking about it, this is before we got there, we didn't know who's going to get which bed, because I was like, oh, is it going to be me and my friend on the single ones, and my friend's mum on the double, or is it going to be me on the single and my friend and her mum on the double? We didn't know how it was going to end up, but it ended up me getting the big one. So yeah, but that was it. But my friend said she liked the bed, it was very comfortable, and my friend's mum liked her bed as well. There was times that we did wake up and, we woke up, but that's mostly because we needed to go to toilet, so we'd wake up during the night. So I think the Friday, both of us, me and my friend's mum, we didn't see that well. and that's why I was most tired. But so yeah, it was, and I think it was the Wednesday. She was like, we went to this little calf, and she got a drink because she's like, oh, she needs waking up because she's still very tired. And you know, she was the one driving, so she needed that like caffeine to wake her up in the morning. But yeah, so we did leave very early because a lot of the towns were far. So a lot of the towns were like 2 hours max. And on the Friday, the checkout was like 11 o'clock, so we had to leave early anyway. So if we didn't go to the town, we didn't have to leave early anyway. So my friend was saying the reason why she didn't get a 10 is because 10 takes long. And I remember when me, my friend and her mum, we went to Scotland, it took her like half an hour to put up the tent and then put it back down. So I can understand why she didn't want to get the tent, because she's like, oh, her mum said she wasn't bothered. And to be honest, like when we were getting ready to leave, a lot of the people that had tents, they had their stuff in the cars, but they still hadn't put the tents down yet. So I think she chose a good decision not getting a tent this time. But yeah, that is it. Now I think I haven't forgotten anything. I think I've said everything I had to say. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out when I post. I did a Westfield haul not long ago, so please go and watch that if you haven't already. So yeah, I haven't been to Westfield in a long time, so it was very nice to go. I went with my friend and her older sister, and I know I haven't filmed in a while, so this did feel very weird, but I want to get back into filming. I just need to see when. And yeah, my hair's very messy, so I need to take that out. It's coming out today. But yeah, currently I am watching My Life with the Walker Boys season 2, so maybe I do a review on it. I don't know. I know I did a review on season 1, but I don't know. And Wednesday part 2 is gonna come out soon, so maybe I might do a review on season 2. I don't know. Did I do a review on season 1? I don't think I did. I don't remember. But we'll see. But yeah, I am gonna start going more out now, so I'll see when I have time to film. Maybe my next video might be my birthday one. Hopefully I film before that, but we'll see. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out whenever I post. I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye.